All right then. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Endwalker, a fully spoiler stream of the Endwalker MSQ. We are in Zone 5, which for those of you not familiar, if you are not comfortable with spoilers, it is already slightly too late, but you should get now before things get worse. That said, we are in Zone 5, which is in the ancient past, when Amarotines weren't yet dead. We have learned what caused the end of days, namely Mateon, a very good girl tasked with a very questionably worded mission, learned that the Great Filter exists. And that decided, as a result, that the purpose of all life is suffering, and she would be doing everyone a favor if she killed us all. Which, mood, but also not good for us. So, yeah. Past Emmett Selk and past Hythlodaeus got their memories wiped, so they don't know what's about to happen and aren't going to be able to do anything about it. Same thing with past Hermes, except past Hermes caused the memory wipe, and so all of this is kind of sort of his fault. The lesson of Endwalker so far: institutional oversight. A good idea. Otherwise, Vina, who is not yet Heidelin, does know what's going on, and we are meeting her presumably for the last time, or for the last time in the past, as we move out of the zone. Um, Everything here, from aesthetics to the local glamour, is pretty spoilery. So, but we should be going back to the present, and which will probably be at least less spoilery. Ooh, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Let's see how this goes. I suspect I know where the plot is going from this point, but we will see regarding the specifics. Mm-hmm. Oh, we learned that in the past, everyone's power levels are enormous. Yes, Meteon is becoming the beast with six heads and singing the song that ends the world. A reference that I'm entirely certain isn't intentional, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's it's pretty grim. I was not expecting the dark forest type, or at least the great filter hypothesis. Technically, the dark forest is only now that Meteon is around, and the reason that no one can get through the dark forest is that the song that ends the world kills them. Though I guess Midgard, Stormer, and Omega got through okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I kind of suspect that the moon's true purpose is to fly over to Medion and fight her rather than to just escape into the void. Because it's now clear that, it doesn't matter that you go to a different planet. You need some sort of ridiculously strong aether currents to protect yourself from Medion, and eventually even that will fail. What is mildly confusing is that planet seems to be used to mean, or star seems to be used to mean planet in Final Fantasy XIV rather than being used to mean the sun or, well, a sun. Oh, one thing worth noting is the theory that Hythlodaeus proposed after having his memory wiped, that death will remove the memory alteration from the device that did it because it'll scrub the aether clean. And so, one thing that I kind of suspect is going to happen is that at some point we are going to Azem summon Emmett Selk for a second trust or something with Emmett Selk on our side, possibly as Hades, but we'll see. I thought I fixed that. Yeah. He takes a seat. It doesn't go great. What is this? The end of days. All right. Oh, no audio from the game? That's weird. Let's see. One moment. Share screen to system audio. Here we go. Let's try this again. Can you hear it now?
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again.
All right, Fern,
A world
Poe,
free
can you
of
hear it
sorrow.
now?
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes.
Excellent.
To try and
good to hear.
reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiac, God born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
Aww.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Huh.
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
That is pretty cool. Also kind of horrifying, but cool.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment.
It does kind of make it seem like it was just Vina who made Heidelin.
I birth a
Rather than,
world
like,
of suffering, to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die?
The music is on point for this. Like, I realize that I shouldn't be so silent during all of it, but it is very, very good.
As fragmented,
It's hard to
imperfect
justify
beings,
talking.
yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
The reuse of answers here is incredible. What an awesome cutscene. And
a conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
all right. All right. I am hype as to where this is going next. So I think that, like, near the end of the game, we're going to use the Azem Crystal again and summon some combination of Hythlodaeus, Emmett, Hermes, and or Vina. I'm not sure which of the four. Like, Vina might not be in it, Hermes might not be in it, but I think we're going to have at least a couple of them pop up again with memories restored for the finale. Let's see. Oh, I should glamour out of this because I don't want to accidentally, like, spoil random people. Okay. Just step in here out here for a moment and swap glamours and hope that no one's... There are a lot of people. Oops. Well, hopefully they're busy. They look like they're in cutscenes. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's pretty great. The entire expansion being about, on some level, ooh, you can travel to Elpis again through this. That's neat. The expansion being basically about how, like, or at least Elpis being about how the society that doesn't really deal with grief and sorrow and the like can't quite handle the tragedy inherent in the world is a neat way to handle that plot, that part of the plot. Baldeas. Oh, I'm on the wrong continent. That makes sense. To Charlene again. Let's see. That is a neat plot point. I'm wondering if there isn't more context to the creation of Hydaelyn there. Like, I know from the Ascians that the plan on some level involved genociding everything that isn't an Ascian, or at least a lot of things that aren't Ascians. So that may have been kind of the point of no return, as it were. Ergo let's call it aggressive casting. I'm a little sad we didn't see a Zem. Oh, I love that. Yeah, Yapo. That's them basically canonizing the three buddies doing dumb shit relationship between Azem, Hythlodaeus, and Emmett South was pretty great. Aha. New developments, never a good sign. Sure, hers is perhaps more urgent. I'm terrified that we're gonna, like, in a conversation or two, she's just gonna drop, oh yeah, you know, Thancred turned into a Sin Eater. Have fun with the next boss fight, or something like that. Yeah. Locus Amonis. Huh. Locus Amonis is like the... Locus Amonis is the home of Graha, right? Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I bet it'd be real rough in Garlemald. Corvos, there we are. Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. Return to Garlemald. All right, let's see how bad this gets. Oh, all right. I'm so glad I grabbed flight before this, so I can actually just fly around Garlemald and save myself a bunch of time. All right, Japan broken glass. God, uncap teleporting expenses. That's gonna be brutal. Apocalypse? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's, wow, it's even less pleasant than the last time I was here. That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. This is my happy face. Okay. The weather's apocalypse and the ground is frozen. What could be better? Glaciers. Form's airship. Heavens began to burn. Cutscenes in sequence. Okay. Fun. As the heavens burn. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, fun.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same one who fled. I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste.
Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
All right.
As you wish, my little lord.
Oh, we're fighting as Alpha now again. I guess I gotta learn Sage mechanics. Yeah, Fortune LB is pretty useless in a crisis. I am glad that Alphino took after me more than his other father.
Sit to the roof.
Help is at hand.
Let's see. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, if you can't tell, I do not play healers at all. So this is all alien to me. I think they're all full healed except that guy. Oh.
Leave it to me.
God, the fin funnels are so cool. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh, come on.
Those who can stand, come with me.
I am embarrassingly bad at this. So from what it looks like, I want to hit everything at least once with 6, and then start spamming my 5, and then kind of drop 7 a bunch on all the others. God, I wonder what kicked off the despair spiral here, though. Possibly just people realizing they'd lost their homes forever.
For yourself.
Oh, there's a big one. Fun. Okay. Oh. Back marker, fun. Is okay. Oh, what? I was turned the other way. I clearly turned the other way. Okay. Even just the names for the blasphemies are really great. Brief of Parting and or the names for the blasphemy attacks. Yes, it is definitely cool enough to make me consider playing a healer. My main problem is that, as you can see, I am not great at targeting allies, and I am not great at switching between targets really rapidly, so I would be very worried about messing up my heal, messing that up.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Oh, hey, it's the Guardian Army! The first and only time someone's been happy to see them.
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once.
I'll take what I get, my man. I'll take what I get.
We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride! Of that I've no doubt.
Oh yeah, I know it can be learned. Like, I might try it at some point. I just don't want to slow down doing the MSQ by trying to learn how to heal.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Hey. Great to see the Scions in action.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
Alright. Are we Graha
So
or
long as you spare me
Alisei
the
for this
heroic
one?
sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Look, you can't blame Alisei for obsessively hitting the limit break button. It is very satisfying. Okay, what have we got? There, door, right? Okay, so I do want to be using this. Oh, so oops, I should have just continued that combo. Pretty long combos on Red Mage, or at least on Alice. I have no idea if that's actually accurate to Red Mage, or if it's just kind of a full rotation baked down to something simple enough to play. There we go. Okay. Okay, the time stop was pretty neat, I'm going to admit.
I'm fine.
Cool. Very neat. Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay. So if I've got this right... oh, no, that... Whoops! The second down set comes down much quicker. Oh well, minor mistake. I'll recover. Come on. Oh, well, messed that up. Should have been healing more. Yeah. Well, use melee as much as possible. Always try to do magic combos. That makes sense. Resume from midway. Stay on normal. All right. Watch this cutscene already. And we get to Alice. Oh, oops, that was bad. I was meant to hit 6, and I did not. So I know for tanks, it always makes sense to use your AoE in multi-target situations, because even at 2-ish, you end up doing more net damage. And for DPS, like, here, obviously, there are like 4 to 8 of them in range at any given time. Clearly, I should be using my AoE. For viewer, your single targets are good enough, but I'm not sure when the max is for it. Oh, it's still at like 2 to 3 targets. Yeah, because even Verflare has like 1 versus 600.
I'm fine.
magic combo is also a lot fussier about what else you do than I think the tank combos are. Like, if you do your self-heal or your mitigation or whatever, the tank combo doesn't care that much. Like, yeah, sure, whatever, you're self-healing now, combo's still going. Whereas, like, I was partway through and I was like, oh, I should heal in preparation for whatever's going to happen next. I'm getting slightly low, and it did not appreciate that, me doing that. That was a mistake on my part. So this is... Oh, okay. So that is purely for my magic. But it buffs everything. Does this count as that? Oh, wait. I just allowed another cast in there. That was dumb of me. Okay. Okay, now I'm using myself. There we go. We're fine. Heal again. Oh, that's good enough. Alright. That's unavoidable, I guess? Oh. I just seem to just keep messing up the magic combo. But, hey, practice makes perfect. Okay.
Nothing to worry about.
Oh.
The air crackles with energy. Find cover.
Ah, there we go. Let's heal ourselves.
Turnabout's best.
The flare is the one. This is for... Okay, that's for thunder. That's for arrow. This is for fire. Okay, so we don't care about that much. This we also don't really care about. Oh no, we do care about. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, that's no biggie. Oh wait, that's a limit. That'll probably be another fight for a limit break. Oh no, that was in fact the last one. I should have just used limit break. Well, all's well that ends well. We got it. Those count.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out! Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let Eorzea's hero fight alone.
I love the casual walk. Precisely why I should never skip your squad measure. Is it in character? No.
I can look after myself.
Everything's in order, I trust?
World's ending. I may be responsible for it twice over, and we aren't nearly through the woods yet, but you know.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
About as well as can be expected. Excellent.
Oh, trio for the ages.
Oh, I don't want to play that. That was the wrong one. This goes a lot more quickly than you're here. Ooh, what's going to drop in? Oh, there we go.
I had a feeling I'd fight you.
Hey, the gang's all here.
This is the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
So how does this work? We want to move into its... Oh, they expand and then they expand and okay. Okay, this is the last one to explode. So the first one to start exploding, and then we walk in. There we go. Nice. That was a nice duty. So beyond the possession duty, which was a pain, mostly because I don't like stealth games, really. But beyond the possession duty, I really liked the Endwalker duties so far, and I generally really like. Well, since they started introducing, hey, be another person for this duty, I've liked pretty much all of those. They're also a good way to show
You must
off
board
classes
without
to people
delay.
who haven't
Ship will
played them
depart ere long.
yet.
Your offer to host us in Charlian is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland.
With the Garlean army basically friendly, I feel like you could
What I can promise
probably
is that I will do all in my power to protect
run
you.
airships straight to the tower and try and teleport people out that way. But yeah, it's obviously a risk.
That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Charlian. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
Huh?
More of them.
What?
Xenos!
The end of the world. Is this
Here.
really the time? Fortunately.
You'll be all right. Hurry to the
Fortunately.
airship.
Nice.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is and has ever been my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your
What are they
passion
gonna do with
pales
Xenos
before
here?
mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust.
It's the end of the world, dude. Like,
So I hone my blade, and I wait.
fair enough.
That's
Is Xenos
it.
gonna be the
That's
post-patch
all
content?
you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us, not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Ulysses, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, all constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends. Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race. There would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
Mood, Julius. Mood. The game is just
But I
very
will not be
insistent on
party
us
to
not
another tragedy.
getting
I
to
refuse
beat
to
him to
lose
death,
anyone else
tragically.
because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
goes.
Don't invite him to the moon
Perhaps
mission.
you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength.
Do not
Yet
invite
if
him
you
to the
only
moon mission,
pursue your
Alice.
hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Charlian. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilsabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's back to
If you would
Charlayan.
like to join as well, Euless, we can speak of recent
I'm not really
events on
sure
the
if
way.
this is long enough to count as like Garlemald 2, but yeah, would you be happier if I had a good reason was a good line? This is definitely the best Xenos has been. I just already didn't like him very much.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Correct. Well, all right. Yeah, that went as well as could be expected. By which I mean
No
terribly.
major injuries then. Good.
All right.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
Well, we pulled it out.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives.
At some point, they have to have Alphino actually go through his growth spurt. And
Though not all, I regret to
eagerly
say.
await the hilarity of that happening and whatever he ends up looking like as an actual adult.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur.
Fortune, all right.
And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Yeah.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere.
Oh no.
Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time.
Yeah, there are
In
probably
any case, Maxima
plenty
leads
of...
the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak.
That makes sense.
Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
It's the apocalypse, buddy.
I would have
We
said
are.
to you after the Scions were expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions.
Yeah.
Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
The fact that people have been pretty reasonable about the apocalypse since the final days came in, considering the horrific circumstances, has been a welcome change. Though I think we technically still haven't briefed everyone on what we've learned. Namely, we know what's causing it, we know exactly how bad the situation is, and it is significantly worse than we thought.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
I mean, the plan seems pretty simple. Get all stuff chronicling life on Eorzea and as many people as you can to the moon.
Excellent.
Put them on the moon.
Regale us with tales
Go to
from
other
most recent
places.
sojourn to the first while we wait.
And then, get the hell out. It's just that, you know, the information I have is going to derail that slightly because there are no safe places.
Did you hear something just now?
Graha, what do your cat ears hear?
Where is this star's
Oh, okay. It's just putting away. Why is she off the moon? She followed the Oh my god, took the teleporter down. Oh no, a bunch of them are down. Okay.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
We should probably explain everything to... We'll probably explain it.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Alice, style doesn't give way
Verily.
for weather.
I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Incredible.
Allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetherius. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Okay.
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
The Leporets are also always a lovely and wild change in tone whenever they show up. I was half convinced we were about to learn the Leporets are vulnerable to the final days.
From Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last.
The world's only spaceship engineers.
Right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loporits made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
Makes sense.
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Yeah, 4chan suffering
I am
is
no
lovely,
esteemed
just
philosopher,
completely
okay?
unsure how
Nevertheless,
to
it is my hope
handle
that what little knowledge I
the
shared
Loperates.
shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all.
Mm-hmm.
Will thou attend us at the forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
And Puddingway still in the background, wandering around like a zombie, desiring pudding. Oh, it just straight up teleports all the way back here. Oh, I never got the sightseeing quest here. Don't I feel like a mook? Okay, so before I continue, I have to see if the sightseeing quest... How on earth would you have gotten rumors about sightseeing locales on the fucking moon? Or the distant past before any of this existed? Like, yeah, you know, I heard from this buddy that before this world was split into several... It's in logs, right? Okay, it'll probably be in like 9. End of Dawn's Journey. What? So, Garlandmold. Old Charlayan, Thavner, Rad's at Hand. Oh, End of John's Journey is probably to not mention some of the weirder spoilers. Because, you know, you can't exactly say, yeah, in the distant past. Yeah, the Aetheris name is... like, it's well implemented, I think. They just quietly insist, yes, the planet is named Aetheris, it has always been named Aetheris. Pay no attention to anything else you might have heard. Yeah, the sightseers, whoever makes the triple triad cards, whoever or whatever has set up the hunt quests for Elpis. I haven't seen what those are yet, but I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. Oh, well, that one's probably just zookeeping, because that's a thing they've proven you have to do in Elpis on a regular basis. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting you quite so soon, nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loparates a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Well, I have good news. Kryle tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have better news. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would hear them first. What revelations did Haydn's Elpis flower lead? I'm a time traveler! Yeah, whoever makes the triple triad cards is A, very fast acting. Like, some of those didn't exist until in the middle of the main story quest. So they are really just outdoing themselves on getting cards made. Yeah. Precisely. Edge of the universe, baby. Yup. Well, the destruction of everything, not just Aetheris. Oh yeah, they're like if a historical war game was instead a modern war game and was like committing industrial espionage. They're those guys on the War Thunder forums who are like leaking classified Challenger or tank specifications and testing images and the like. Yep. Gladiator with a diamond. Ravina, I know, would never give up. Yes. My going theory is that the moon is secretly a way to get to Meteon. I think that that's basically just going to be the finale. You ride on the moon, you go to Meteon, you go fight her. Things go horribly wrong somehow. The Elpis flower comes up one last time. We might have a last fight with Hermes and or Xenos. I have no idea how Xenos would get there. I'm also not sure how Hermes would get there. But I'm almost certain that the Azem crystal is going to be used to summon like some of the people from the past. Investigation of the Ethereal Sea, yes. Even from within the Anti-Tower. Huh. Instructions. Interesting. Interesting. So there's something around here, presumably used. Aha. Makes sense. So we go to the rostra, they discuss the thing. We learn what the big plan is. And then the big plan goes horribly wrong. All right, we got a new sword, didn't we? We did. Chondrite gear. Chondrite gear? I feel like chondrite sounds more accurate. How does this look? Oh my god, it's a chainsword. Hell yeah! Does it actually rev? If we draw the weapon, does it spin? It doesn't look like it's spinning. Yeah, it doesn't look like it spins. That's a pity. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Rostra. Nice to see you, buddy. And yeah, let's see what's happening here. I'm sure there will be some bizarre twist to what the Charlayans are doing, but so far I have been generally pleasantly surprised, where I was expecting them to be kind of the standard apocalyptic obstructionists who are only planning to save themselves, whereas it was made clear that no, they were planning to try and evacuate as many people as possible when things went to hell. So, you know, hopefully there isn't a double twist there.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
Mm-hmm.
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people brought at home. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin.
Do you have a spare spaceship?
First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose Charlian has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlian citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
Yeah, that makes sense.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict.
Okay, I can see that this is going to go somewhere I'm not thrilled with. Inevitable conflict. Okay.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This arc, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it...
See you, Fern. Thank you for dropping by.
Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
The rocket equations are a motherfucker, really.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
Don't we have a bunch of equivalents that we've kind of designed throughout the last few Sid has designed throughout the last few expansions?
What field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
Nero's gonna show up, isn't he?
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Nice.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
Very nice. Much more successful than
Fortuno,
I
as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings,
4chan
this
is
the will
busy.
of the forum.
Very well.
Call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
All right. Yeah, that would make sense. Probably don't think that's actually consuming too much either, because that is your primary means of not being turned into a giant monster. Yeah. Okay, we're probably gonna go until we see what's up with the ether burner. No. Can probably portal over. We can portal over. Excellent. To Archeon! So yeah, we're probably gonna go until we see what's up with the ether burner. And then once he shows us that, I am probably going to end the stream for today. And I will try to get on like before 10 a.m. tomorrow, so there is much less time spent waiting in queue. Well, at least I don't have to go down a mine shaft again. Maybe it's just in... Well, there probably are not custom animations that for a weapon. That would be a lot more work than customize. What am I looking for? What is the word I am looking for here? Customized glows. So there are plenty with those. So if you make one chainsaw animation, you can then make all sorts of chain weapons. Chain swords, chain lances, chain axes. No, never mind, you can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. You're right, custody of your children can wait. Or, custody of my children can wait. Let's see. Okay, so there are some Aether quests to do here. And we go that way. Like the moon, this is a weird zone to have wild, hostile ads in. Like, it feels like a place where you'd want a controlled environment where you can easily tend to and ensure the safety of the various animal species you are trying to preserve through the literal apocalypse, and would therefore really not want them to be wandering around outside trying to kill people. Just like the interior of the moon, and it looks like I will have to dip in a moment for at least a bit. Because we are going on 5 o'clock, so instead, I'm just going to end us off. This looks like a lovely little hill. So, let us here, and thank you for joining in. Should be on again tomorrow. It's been lovely, and we will be back in Labyrinthos. But until then, I've been Bashir, and this has been Endwalker.